So what actually happened was, after the whole battle of Ramayana got over and Ravana was vanquished by Lord Ramachandra, Sita Devi was brought back from that forest and from that garden, Ashokavana, and she came back to Lord Ramachandra. At that time, Lord Ramachandra was eagerly waiting for Sita Maya to come. At the moment she came, he was very stiff. So Sita Devi saw that Lord Ramachandra is not expressing his happiness in seeing her. Then Lord Ramachandra told her, he narrated what all had happened, how he had struggled and how he established a partnership with Sugriva, and then how they all crossed over the ocean, and then how they fought with Ravana and finally vanquished him, and now Sita had been rescued. And then Lord Ramachandra said, but you have been in another man's house for so long, so therefore I cannot accept you back. Now that you have been rescued, you feel free to go wherever you want. If you want to be with Lakshmana or with Vibhishana or Sugriva or anybody else, you are most welcome. I have no objection. Be happy wherever you are. This was Lord Ramachandra's word. This was what he told Sita Devi. When Sita Devi heard that, she became livid. So she became livid, she became angry that she was being accused of infidelity, and at the same time she felt great pain. Naturally, combination of distress and anger, and tears welled in her eyes. And she spoke to Lord Ramachandra and she said, you are accusing me of infidelity, but when Ravana abducted me, he caught hold of my hand, made me sit on his lap, all these things against my wishes. I was helpless. Even in that circumstance, not for 1 second did my heart flutter even a little bit from your lotus feet. So I am blameless. When I am helpless, somebody violates me like that, what can I do? So I am blameless. You cannot blame me like this. But still, you have put this allegation on me. When you have done this, and you are refusing to take me back, I do not wish to remain alive. I feel like giving up my life. So, therefore, I am telling now, she turns to Lakshmana. She turned to Lakshmana and she told, please set up a fire and set it on fire. I will enter that. So, Lakshmana, when he heard this, he was shocked. He said, what is this? Sita Devi is telling she will enter the fire. Then he looked at Lord Ramachandra. And Lord Ramachandra also looked at him. And the moment Lakshmana caught Lord Ramachandra's eyes, he understood what was going on. He understood the Lord's intention. So he quietly went, created a fire and set it on fire. And then Sita Devi entered the blazing fire. Now when this happened, all the Vanaras who were assembled there, Hanuman, Sugriva, everybody started crying. No, oh, Sita Maya has entered the fire, Sita Maya has entered the fire. But before entering the fire, Sita Devi said, oh Agni, if I have been chased, if my heart has never even for 1 moment forgotten Lord Ramachandra, then you please protect me. And so she entered the fire like that. So she did not enter to give up her life. She entered the fire with the full knowledge and intention, understanding the intention of Lord Ramachandra. She entered the fire with the request to be protected if she had been chased all through. So then what happened? All the Devatas came. Lord Brahma came, Lord Shiva came, all the various Indra, everybody came. Because this is, such a significant thing happening. Sita Maya has entered the fire. So then when they all came, they all glorified Lord Ramachandra, and then Agni Dev came out of the fire with Sita Devi. So why? Because there were 2 purposes which were being achieved here. One was Chaya Sita had to go and the original Sita had to come back. That was being achieved. Another reason that was happening, Lord Ramachandra did not tell Sita Maya to enter the fire. He did not tell her, undergo the Agni Pariksha so that I can know that you are chaste. He did not say that. He said, you are free to go with whomever you want. That much only he told. It was Sita Maya's own volition. She chose to go through the Agni Pariksha. Like I said, for 2 purposes. One was so that the original Sita should come back. That was one purpose. Another purpose, when Sita Maya came out of the fire, Agni Dev proclaimed to everyone that Sita Maya is pure, she is completely chaste, and she is spotless, her character is spotless. So at that time, Lord Ramachandra spoke to Sita Devi. And he explained in the Ramayana, the Valmiki Ramayana, this is recorded. Lord Ramachandra explained why he behaved rudely with Sita Devi. So I'll read out that portion of the Ramayana, the original verses. Lord Ramachandra says, Avasyam trishu lokeshu na Sita papam arhati. I know for certain that there is not a single blemish on Sita. I know. Ramachandra is saying, I know. Dirgha kaloshita hiyam Ravananta pure shubha. For a long time, Sita Devi was in Ravana's, under Ravana, in Ravana's shelter. Balisah kalu kamatma Ramo Dasarathatmajaha iti vakshyanti mam santo janakim avishodhyahi. If I accepted you without your undertaking the test, without your undertaking some form of test, what would people speak? People would say that Ramachandra, he was so lusty that he didn't bother who his wife ran away with. When she came back, he took her. So, Lord Ramachandra said, therefore, I had to speak like this so that you would demonstrate to the world your character. So, somebody may say, oh, Ramachandra is so selfish. He wanted to establish he wanted to save his reputation. Lord Ramachandra is not worried about his reputation. What happens is, suppose I blame you for something. I call you some bad words. I call you some ill names. What will happen? You say, Pagal, kuch bolne do. You will keep quiet and you will not bother. Suppose I call your mother ill names. Will you keep quiet? No. तुरंत चप्पल हाथ में आ जाएगा. क्यों?
Yes.
Why? Why? When I called you the ill name, you didn't bother. But when I called your mother the same ill name, or maybe 50% of that, you cannot tolerate. So the point is, when I love somebody very deeply, if somebody insults that person, that becomes unbearable. If somebody insults me, I can tolerate. If somebody I love is insulted, that I cannot tolerate. So if somebody were to insult Lord Rama like this, Lord Ramachandra would not be affected. He is beyond all this. Ravana also called Lord Ramachandra so many things. Lord Rama is not bothered. But Sita Devi would not be able to tolerate. So Lord Rama had to, from that perspective, Lord Ramachandra thought, if this kind of situation arises where people will blame me, then Sita Maya will not be able to tolerate. And not only that, Lord Ramachandra then says, Ananya Hridayam Bhaktam Machitta Parivartinim. That I know, Sita, that you are Ananya Bhakta. You are an unalloyed devotee of mine. In your heart, you don't have anybody else. You cannot think of anyone else other than me. You are totally devoted to me. I know you. I know your heart, Lord Ramachandra said. Ahamabhi avagachami Maithilim Janakatmajam. So I also know, Maithili, that your character is like this. You have such unalloyed, firm love for me. You are my devotee. Then Lord Ramachandra says, Pratyartham tu lokanam trayanam satya samshrayaha. The word pratyayartham, the word pratyaya has multiple meanings. In Sanskrit, every word will have multiple meanings. According to the context, the meaning has to be understood. So here in this context, when Lord Ramachandra is saying, Lokanam Trayanam, Pratyaya Artham, he said, at the same time, I wanted your fame to spread unlimitedly and forever, eternally, your fame should be established in the three worlds. And therefore, I spoke like this. So Ramachandra had two things in mind. By speaking strongly to Sita Devi, one is Sita Devi would undertake to prove herself, her own great character, which would prevent people from talking ill about Lord Ramachandra, which would save Sita Maya from that pain, and simultaneously it would increase the glory of Sita Maya. And like I said earlier, the Lord is the most happy when his devotees are glorified, rather than himself being glorified. So this is, and then further, what happened was, after this, Lord Shiva came before them and he showed them, Dasharat Maharaj is with Indra and he has come to see you. Because after Dasharat Maharaj passed away, he went to Indraloka. Then Dasharat Maharaj also came, when all the Devatas came, he also came down. And he spoke to Lord Ramachandra and he spoke to Sita Devi. He said, Oh Putri, oh my daughter, please don't get angry with Ramachandra. So he said, Kartavyo nato Vaidehi Manyus Tyagam Imam Prati.
This is Dasharatha speaking.
So this is Dasharatha speaking. He said, "Oh Vaidehi, please don't get angry with Lord Ramachandra. You already got angry. Please give up your anger towards him. Why? Ramena tvad vishuddhyartham kritametad hitaishina. Rama is hitaishina. He wanted your welfare. Therefore he spoke like that. For what? Vishuddhyartham. Now again, the word vishuddhyartham has to be understood in the context. Normally, when you say vishuddhyartham, somebody may say it is for your purification.
Purification.
But Lord Ramachandra already said that she is already pure. Agnidev said, you are already pure. So it's already established she is pure. What purification will you do for somebody who is already pure? So Vishuddhyartham, you have to understand in this context that this is for establishing your purity. So that people understand that you are completely pure. Your character, your spotless character, people have to understand. To establish your spotless character, Hitaishinaha, Lord Ramachandra, wishing your welfare, he acted like this. Kritam yatte anyanarinam yashohi abhibhavishyati. So, by doing this, what Ramachandra has established, anyo narinam yashaha, no other woman can become as glorious as you. So, this is what Lord Ramachandra achieved by this. So, there are multiple things in this. Whenever the Lord does anything, the Lord achieves multiple things by this. The Lord sent back Chaya Sita, he would not touch Chaya Sita. Because Lord Ramachandra is Ekapatni Vrata. For him, only the original Sita. So he refused to even touch the Chaya Sita who came. So she had to go into the Agni, original Chaya Sita has to come. So he could have declared to the world, this is Chaya Sita, send her back, bring original Sita. Then the original Sita's glory would not have been established. So he wanted to send back the Chaya Sita, get back the original Sita, and also establish her glory in such a way that no other woman could compete with her in character, in spotless character. So all these things Lord Ramachandra established.